Okay, it does say we're live.
We're
Hey,
live.
we're live. Look who's here. It's this side. Christy. Oh wait, this side.
You had it right the first. Yep, there we go. Now wait, if I do it back, there we go. See,
there we
and
go.
it's Mike
Can
over
we do
there.
a fist bump?
Oh, I got to go this way. Wait, I'm like off the screen. Okay.
Bump.
Oh yeah, boom. There we go.
Boom.
Yes.
Christy is in the house. How are you doing today?
I am. Yeah, after a whole day of teaching, I got home. I had some bite butter for some energy. I did my bite butter. # bite butter. And I'm ready to go.
Very good. Now I know like we're mutual friends with Carrie at My Metamorphosis. And are you like Carrie? Do you have a separate thing of butter that you bite so that you don't accidentally serve it to your guests?
Yeah. So, well, okay. I don't really have bite butter because I get my butter. It's Kerrygold butter and it's 2 ingredients. It's the cream and the salt, but it says like naturally softer and it's in a tub and you can just scoop it right out. So it's like scoopable. So I get a spoon, I take a big tablespoon and just scoop it out and bite butter.
So it's Mary Poppins, have to rewrite that song for Mary Poppins. A spoonful of butter helps the medicine go down.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, look who's here. It's Ellie.
Hey, Ellie.
Ellie, I know you have a bum knee, but we're going to figure out a challenge you can do.
That's right.
We're going to do it. You can like do something else with us while we're doing this challenge that we're going to talk about in a minute. We don't want to leave you out.
So also a little mercy for me. I think I'll do okay, but it's my first time driving alive. So I've always been a guest, but I've never driven.
Awesome.
So far, I'm 1 for 1 on comments.
You got it. Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you a secret. Last night was my first time single driving alive. So I did the Lioness Live on Tuesday, but I have my friends, Ellie and Lindsay, to help me.
Right.
Yeah, you are not just a bum.
You're
Come
not
on
just
now.
a bum. You're a bum plus. No. That's not what she meant. No.
You know what? Check out her latest video because you should see all the inches she just lost. Woo! You gotta go check that out.
Yeah, Ellie's story just gets me pumped. I'm very excited for her.
I love Ellie. Yep.
The low carbist.
Low carbist. She's coffee talk. I'm gonna get that accent at some point. Yes, I'm excited. Hey, low coffee talk.
Coffee talk. Do you remember Saturday Night Live?
Yes, that's kind of what inspired her. Absolutely. Talk amongst yourselves. Yeah.
It was Mike Myers, you know. Right.
She just posted something about she's going to start doing where she wants people to join her for coffee and talk. So I'm curious, low carbist, when that's going to be, because I hope it's not when I'm teaching. Because I'll
have to stay tuned.
Yeah, I got to stay
tuned for that for sure.
Yeah.
I'll probably go in the comments and like usual, I'll stay in the back of the class, you know, trying to cut things up. That's what I do.
In the coffee
Sandra?
talk?
Yep. Sandra in the house. I like this name, the Carnivore's Dude.
Carnivore's Dude.
Hey, dude.
Carnivore's Dude. Welcome.
Dude. Let's see. I'm being the class clown because Mike isn't here in the comments.
Oh, Mike, she's taking over for you.
You got this, Ellie. Ellie, you got it. You got it. Coffee talk. That's how you say it. Coffee talk. I'm verklempt. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk, yes.
Yeah, talk.
Yeah. And then the SNL skit with Mike Myers. So the original. So, you know, the title of the stream was, you know, carnivore issues. We have issues. Now challenges. There have been challenges with the carnivore. Now you had big challenges last month, and I haven't had any challenges yet on carnivore, but it looks like I may have some challenges coming up in October.
Yeah. And I think I had some challenges this last month. I just wrapped up 2 days ago.
Oh, yeah.
I did. And I put it on myself without doing any research, really. I mean, I heard about it, but I didn't research like how to do it. Right. So I decided that I was going to do a 30-day sprint challenge.
Oh, those kinds of challenges.
That kind of challenge. Got it. And it ended up being actually both. I mean, it was definitely a challenging challenge.
Right.
It was based on, it was based on the video that Dr. Berry put out where he interviewed Dr. Sean O'Mara. Dr. Sean O'Mara is really big into the sprint protocol, but like on that particular video, he didn't really say how to sprint, just like sprinting is good for you and you're going to build muscle. And he was talking about like the 50-meter and 100-meter athletes in the Olympics, how much more muscular they are than like even like the 200-meter athletes. So he was pointing out stuff like that. Yes, I was running down my street, looking like, you know, I'm trying to get away from the cops. Yes, that's what I was doing.
Christy Gump.
Yeah.
Right. And then here's my cousin. Hey, cuz.
Oh, hey.
Cousin's in the house. Good to see you, Tracy.
So I just took it upon myself without, you know, really looking into how to sprint, just like that it's good for you and it's going to reduce your visceral fat, you know, and I just decided to do a 30-day challenge. And about 2 weeks in, my friend, I don't know if she's in here yet, but she may show up at Carnivore Leo, told me, yeah, it's supposed to be like every other day, not every day. And I was like, well, I'm 2 weeks into it now. I'm just going to finish out my 30 days. So I sprinted. So what I did was I did 8 sprints, about 15 to 20 seconds per sprint, and then just catching my wind in between. So like every day.
Wow.
And my goal was to see so I bought an in-body scale because I'm not really worried about the weight, but I wanted to know, like, am I putting on muscle? Am I putting on, you know, bone density? Is my visceral fat going up or down? Suffice it to say that I know those things aren't the most accurate, but I'm thinking I can kind of track trends, right? Like if I jump on that thing every 30 days, maybe. Yes, Minecraft back there. I see that diamond sword. I know.
Oh, I've got stories about my cousin and I who's here with us, but continue, please.
Okay. So, so I hopped on the scale at the beginning, hopped on the scale at the end. I did a whole video about it. And honestly, I don't remember all the numbers, but it's there for you. I did actually in those 30, and I didn't exercise. I took all my other exercise away because I'm like, N=1. If I just sprint every day and do nothing else, I didn't change my diet. I used to do, I had been doing some yoga, some Pilates, some weights, like dumbbells, you know, the curls and stuff like that. Took all that away and just sprinted for 30 days and ate the same, which I eat beef, bacon, butter, and eggs mostly, if you're curious. But yeah, I lost 6.2 pounds in those 30 days.
In the house.
There's Carrie. Hey, Carrie.
Hey, Carrie.
And 6.2 pounds and a total of 2 inches. Thighs and hips. So I said it was a success, even though my quadriceps were sore every day for 30 days. I'm not going to lie. And those first 2 weeks, I could barely move. Ask Carrie. Carrie, put in the chat how you felt after a few days of sprinting. She'll tell you.
Well, here's the thing. You probably should have done it every other day. And I think you realized that,
I took a day off yesterday. And then I sprinted this morning. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah. You got to give those muscles time to recover. Now, and you know this because I've told you multiple times probably, but I used to be a sprinter, you know, 100 years ago in high school. And I can tell you from experience, it's a great workout. It really does work your whole body, but especially your quads and your calves and your core. But your whole body gets benefits from it. Now, what I didn't know, and I've heard you and others quote Dr. Sean O'Mara on this more than once, that it burns visceral fat. So that's super important because you don't want fat around your organs.
So according to my in-body scale, my visceral fat was a 6. And again, I don't know how accurate it is, but after the 30 days, it was a 5.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, LA, I'm sorry. I lied. When I graduated in 1981. So what was that? 42 years ago. Not quite 100. Just it seems like it was a different person back then. So I'm watching you do all this sprinting, watching you have all this success, watching you keeping us updated on you not feeling like doing it every day, but still going out there and doing it because you promised. It's a challenge.
Yeah.
You and I were talking on one of our videos back and forth about challenges. And it was like, you know, I was thinking maybe I'll join the gym, but I don't know if I can afford to right now and blah, blah, blah. But I know I need to start exercising. So we came up with this idea to have an October challenge and people can join us, right?
Yeah, please join us. We don't want to be the only two. I mean, we will if we have to. But we don't want to be the only two. So
right. We don't. We
no.
want other people to suffer with, benefit with us.
Benefit with us.
Right.
We're not going to suffer. We're going to benefit. And let me tell you that I gained so much for my 30-day challenge, like more than the inches and the weight loss. The reason I was making those videos, I didn't show myself sprinting every day. I showed myself sprinting on day 1 and day 30. In between, it was like I had all these awesome experiences that I didn't expect and that I never would have gotten had I not gone out there and done that every morning.
Right.
Just weird, like not weird, but like weird good, like weird that you wouldn't think about it.
You saw owls. You saw a pack of coyotes chasing the neighborhoods.
They were chasing me down the street.
Chasing you down the street. You saw Orion shoot a couple other constellations.
I did.
With his bow and arrow.
Yeah, that was cool.
And Venus, you mentioned Venus was out there.
Venus and the moon, like really close together. I saw hot air balloons on a couple of mornings.
Hot air balloons.
The owl I saw landed in a palm tree. Like what? An owl in a palm tree, and he was hooting at me. He's like, "Woo!" As I'm like sprinting by.
Wait, we're having to rewrite all these songs. And an owl in a palm tree.
Yes, an owl in a palm tree, not a partridge in a pear tree.
That's the California version.
It's the California Christmas. Yes.
It could work in Tucson too. So.
Yes. So
look at this.
I would have. Oh yes.
I look fantastic. Yeah, it must be true.
Fantastic.
I'll stand up and show you my pot belly.
I'll stand up and show you guys my shirt. Ellie, look, it came.
Oh, look at this shirt, you guys.
Yes.
This is amazing.
So yes, it's time for a steakover, everybody. My meeting wellness steakover. It came today, and I was so excited. I put it on.
Oh, that's fantastic. That shirt is amazing.
Thank you.
I mean, I know you guys have the Lioness show and everything, but I can attest, you let dudes in chat.
We did and you could have even won the knife. We said dudes can win
that
prize.
I entered.
Yeah.
It's not suspicious that your mom won at all.
It's not suspicious at all. I know. I felt I was like, oh, seriously? She won? I probably should have told her not to enter.
So, dude, carnivorous dude, check out the Lioness show. When are you guys on?
So every Tuesday, and then it's 5 Pacific or 8 Eastern. And this coming Tuesday, Carrie at My Metamorphosis is our first guest. So the first show was just us kind of getting to know everybody. But after that, like every week now, we're going to have a guest. And I do have a Lioness shirt. I made a Lioness shirt too. I'm just not wearing it now, but I'm going to wear that on Tuesday. And if you go to my channel, it's on the community tab. If you want to, I have a spread shop, or you can go.
The majority of the people in the chat are on your channel, so they can check. Is it in your permanent, like your description on every video now?
I need to start doing that, but if you go to my community tab, the link is in there because I'm not monetized yet, so I can't sell through, YouTube yet. But yeah, there's a link to my shirt shop there in the community tab if you want one.
Right,
it is cut nice, low carbis. It's a nice cut. You can't, it definitely like comes in at the waist. I pick, and there's men's shirts too for you guys.
Okay, good. Yeah.
It's not just girls.
So dudes are welcome in the Lioness show. We're all in this together. We're a big, happy community.
Yes, I see that, Twin Maples. Yes, it's a great show, and I don't just say that because I'm the host or one of the 3 hosts. We're having a great time.
Ellie likes the quality. So
thanks, Ellie.
Right. Here we go. Northern Neck, Virginia.
Northern Neck, Virginia. Yes.
Getting a ton of rain from remnants of a tropical storm.
Wow.
I think that's right.
Oh, it's Susan. She's calling herself Old Faithful. She pops in every hour.
Susan's awesome.
I love Susan. That was a joke. She said she's Old Faithful.
Yeah, that's right. Looks like a nice cut on the shirt. Yeah, you need to get your wife to tune in for sure.
Yep, it's a good one. We have fun over
there. Finally caught up to you, Susan. Hi, Susan. Welcome aboard. And she will not be disappointed if she tunes in. It should be fun. I was there on the inaugural show. It was very fun. And yeah, Susan, Old Faithful. You realize that Old Faithful used to go every 45 minutes like clockwork on the nose. And then they had an earthquake. And it shifted the underground plumbing enough to where it's now ish. It's Old Faithful ish. Right.
Faithful adjacent.
Yeah, that's right. Faithful adjacent.
Yeah,
So they give you a guesstimate now, I guess. Tuesdays at what time once again?
Yeah, Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific or 8 p.m. Eastern.
Okay,
Yep.
great.
And you can tune in on my channel or Ellie's channel. Ellie's on here too, or Miss Lindsay Lexus. Yes, it's true. It's
That's
women
true.
focused. We may discuss that.
Could be girl stuff.
Could
So
be
if
girl
you're
stuff.
married or have ever been married, I mean, you've probably had to go to the store and pick those up for your wife. So it's that your discussion will be easier than that.
That's right. It definitely will be.
Yeah. Carnivorous Dude. This is such an awesome community.
I love this community. I'm so glad I just started peeking in on people's lives and going, hey, I'm at Meeting Wellness and introducing myself to people.
Yeah.
Met the coolest people.
I've met the coolest people, and I've been able to go live with more of them, and I've been interviewed by a couple, and I have another live coming up in October, and then we're going to announce our challenge. We're still beating around the bush.
I know people are still popping in. Like there's Renee. Hey Renee, nice to see you.
Hey Renee, how you doing?
Yes.
Everyone's saying hi to Renee. Let's see here. 8 p.m. is good. It is. I mean, it's one of the best times.
Yep. We had to accommodate 3 time zones because there's 3 hosts and we all live in 3 different time zones. So yeah, we had to. Oh yeah, smash the like, please. That really helps us out. My channel is just a little baby channel. I'm not even a month old yet. I'll be a month old tomorrow, you guys.
Like the smash button, as I like to say.
Like the smash button. Yeah.
So how many subs you have now? Because you're killing it. You're putting out 2 videos a day. You've probably passed me.
I think I'm at 279.
Okay. All right.
279. Yeah.
All right. When I started, I used to do random phone videos. Like here's my iPhone.
Yeah.
I used to do random phone videos. We can argue Android and Apple if you like, but but I was inconsistent, and it just kind of, and before that I did random other stuff. And so I was up to 380, I think, when I switched to carnivore content. Now I'm up to like 450.
Nice.
So, I mean, just because everyone's so nice, you just show up in chat and everyone's like,
show up in chat. And my favorite live streams are the smaller ones because you can get in the chat and just like talk to people. Like you and I are always talking back and forth.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to talk to Twin Maples for a minute. So Twin Maples, I see where you say there we go. Thank you. We have not done our carnivore story yet. I have a few videos up. More are about homesteading and a few mentions of carnivore. So Twin Maples, I'm looking for people to interview on my channel, kind of like how Mike and I are chatting right now. If you go to my channel and the about, I have an email address in there. It's just meetingwellness@gmail. Email me if you want to set something up, because I would love to have you share your carnivore story on my channel. And if anyone else, I just got on live with Carrie yesterday, but if anyone else is interested in doing that, shoot me an email, because I want to start doing more lives where I'm talking to somebody like that, you know?
Right. Hearing all those different stories, right?
Yeah, I love to hear the stories. So I'm really interested in doing that. Mike's right. I've been pumping out a ton of content.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. Because I didn't know anything. I didn't know how to edit. I didn't know YouTube. I didn't know anything. I just taught myself. You know?
Well, as a teacher, there's only one way to learn. I mean, there's more than, I loved theory. I didn't so much enjoy lab. I certainly hated writing up my labs. But yeah, I mean, you can't know if the theory works until you test it. Yeah, and then you find out a bunch of other stuff. Right.
You just jump in with both feet and do it. And that's what I did. Yep. And then the more I was doing that, the more I enjoyed it. The more people I was meeting, the more I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So I'm having a great time. So yeah, anybody wants to just email me. Again, it's meetingwellness@gmail, and I would like to get some more people on to talk. So it's not just me talking at a camera.
Right. That's a little harder.
Yeah.
When I was playing Minecraft on Twitch as a 55-year-old, you spend a lot of time talking to yourself at first until you start getting a few fans that start popping in. So I can relate.
Yeah. I mean, I have fun making the videos too, but I just want to be diverse. Yes, a whole 16 subscribers. That was me at one point. 16.
Right. Yeah. So here's what you do. You go to Twin Maples Carnivore Homestead and you sub up to his channel.
Yep. I'm going to be doing that when this is done.
Good deal. Do it.
Busy now, but I'm definitely going to do that. Yeah, support them.
Look at that. Yeah,
Sub
so
up
much
on
support in this
everybody's
community.
channel, like, comment on their stuff, because it really helps. It helps out the YouTube algorithm to push that out to more people.
So this is an interesting subject. Are those weight loss stalls? And I'm not a doctor. Are you a doctor?
I'm not. I'm a teacher, so I can't
Okay.
diagnose anybody or give anybody medical advice.
So we're not doctors.
But
we don't give medical advice. But from what I've heard, a lot of times a weight loss stall, as long as you're, sticking with the plan, whatever, nothing else is different, it could indicate that your body is healing because we've been eating carb junk for most of our lives. Many of us, at least I can speak for myself here, we're metabolic messes, in different ways because we're all different.
Yeah.
And so that weight loss journey takes time. And along the way, and I've heard this from so many people that have lost 100 pounds, 150 pounds, but they hit stalls, sometimes long stalls, but they get past them. Like Kelly Hogan came on that 24-hour live stream.
Yeah.
And she talked about the longs of the stalls that she had. It took her like 3 years to finally reach all of her goals, but look at her now, just so full of energy. And you look at her before picture and it's just, you can't even believe it.
Yeah.
All right. What does Carrie have to say here? All right, Carrie, we got you. We got to get up to 500 because when you get to 500, you can start monetizing in different ways.
Yes.
Like, what are they called?
Super chats and super stickers.
Super chats. Yes, that's what I was
you guys can't super chat us right now because neither one of us have enough subs right now. We're not at 500.
No.
That's awesome. Look at Twin Maples is my people.
Yes.
I love it. We'll have to chat. Seriously, email me. We'll be fun to be two teachers. We'll try not to do too much teacher speak.
So check this Cindy. Out. Are you a guy, Tracy? And Tracy goes, I'm an old guy, actually.
An old man, really?
He's my cousin. He's 2 years older than I am.
Okay.
Yeah. And back in the day, he bought a server, a Minecraft server. It was my job to mod it. So we added mods. And then my son would play with this. And then his son joined us. There's a couple of his grandkids, one of my grandkids, and others. And we had this big Minecraft server. And we would talk over Mumble at the time. Now you would use Discord. And we're in multiple states, all sitting at our own computers, playing in this virtual world, building stuff in Minecraft. It was a blast. We had so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my nerdy cousin.
So when I first started Carnivore, I put on 7 pounds, and that's part of the reason I decided to incorporate the sprinting and like the in-body scale, because I didn't want that 7 pounds to freak me out because it was probably muscle, right? Yeah. But those of us that have done the yo-yo for 30 plus years, like I did, when that scale number starts, you can get obsessed, and that's not it. It's not about that. Yeah. Nope. So I wanted some more data, and I wanted to do something proactive. And I would say it was a rousing success with the results I had after those 30 days, even though I was not doing it totally correctly and taking a break in between days. Right. Live and learn.
And learn.
So tell us more, Mike, about this challenge that we want to do in October and what it is and how we decided on that.
Well, I think what inspired me to bring up this idea, and you kind of were on the same page. So we both had kind of the same idea at the same time. But I've been watching Dante Ferrigno for a couple of years, actually. I found him a couple of years ago. And he always, especially in the early days, he would show a lot of his walks and his talks. And then during that, he would do 100 push-ups a day and 100 squats a day. So we were thinking that maybe we could do, I'm hesitating, and I'll tell you why here in a second, 100 push-ups a day and 100 squats a day. Now, the reason why I'm hesitating is this morning, because I knew we were going to have this live and talk about this, I'm like, let me see how many push-ups I can do. I got 7. I can
do them on my knees. I can do probably 20 on my knees, but on my toes, I got 2.
Yeah. And so like for me, it's like, I want to do nice and slow,
Yes.
and good form. And I don't want to, I don't want to do the fake real quick push-ups. And so it's going to be a struggle at first, I think, to get, and I don't know how many squats I can do. I think the squats are going to be easier for me, but
yeah, I'm thinking I can get the 100 squats because they don't have to be all at once. I'm thinking I'm going to do like sets of 10 throughout the day, and I'm going to get my students involved. So
yeah.
when we're
Oh,
out at
wow.
when we're out at P, I'm gonna tell them we're doing a squat challenge in October. I mean, I can't put any of them on YouTube, that's privacy issues, but we're doing 100 squats every day in October, and we're gonna get some done in PE. We're gonna get some done. Hey, time for a squat break in class. Stand up, do 10 squats like that. And they won't do all 100 with me, but we might do 30, 40, and then they can hopefully do the rest, or maybe I'll go at a recess and bust out 10 with them, or something like that. So that's what I'm going to do, because I think I can do 10 sets of 10, throughout the day.
Yeah,
I think
for squats,
it's not going to happen, but I'll do as many as I can do.
So that's what I was thinking too, as part of this challenge, and Ellie is teeing it up for me and for us. I think the push-ups is like as many as you can do without hurting yourself, with the goal of hitting 100 by the end of the month, something like that.
Yeah, and I don't think I'm going to hit 100. If I can get 10, I'll be happy, because I can do 2 right now, and I think what I'm going to try is to push up until failure. So I can do 2, and then I can go back down, and then I can't, but I'll try my best to get up on that 3rd one, but I know I can't until I just fail. And then, the next day until I can get that 3rd one.
Right.
And just go like that. And then just see how many by the end of the month, how many I got on Halloween.
Yeah. So we'll track every day. We haven't really talked about if we're going to do a regular live, or maybe we'll just do regular updates on our different channels. We'll definitely do that. But we'll figure out a way, to keep people posted on what we're doing. And then if people want to join us, please do. And, let us know what you're doing. And if you have a channel where you do videos, keep your people posted, and make sure that we're part of your people.
Yeah. I'm thinking people could even come back on the comments on this video and just put in, if they did their 100, just put 100 or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like push-ups.
The emoji 100, the 100.
Yeah, the emoji 100 when you hit your 100 squats.
Yeah.
Just throw it in the chat for this video.
Did we know this about Susan?
I did not. I mean, maybe because I talked to so many people. I don't think I knew that. An elementary school kindergarten teacher's assistant for 20 years. Well, more power to you. That's because cool. I could not do kindergarten. I teach 5th grade, and those kindergartners people tell me I have patience to do what I do. No. Yeah. Kindergarten teachers.
We have a couple in our church, so I'll have to ask them about that. They're very cool people. And when my son was in 3rd grade, I actually volunteered to be in his class, because I used to get off work at 1 p.m. So I would go whatever they needed, hey, go sort those books, or, that sort of thing. And, really fun story, because when I was a weatherman on TV, you get calls starting in April from all these teachers who want you to come speak to their class, because, they're looking for interesting content for their kids. And then, towards the end of the school year, things are winding down. And so if we can get the local weatherman to come on, that's cool. And it's really fun when you're mobbed at the end by a bunch of 4th graders who want your autograph. And I'm like, what are you going to do with that?
I have a story about that. We're getting way off topic, but I'm going to tell this story anyway. So back in the day, I was like the youngest teacher, and all the other teachers had been there. When I first started, I was new out of college and whatever. Anyways, in 5th grade, it was me, and I was the only female teacher. The other 3 were male teachers, which is a rare thing to have a male teacher, but we had 3, and they were all in 5th grade with me. And so we decided to start a teacher band. And we did start a teacher band. So there was a guy who played guitar. There was a guy who played bass. There was a guy who played drums. The guy who played drums is now a principal. He's still in the district. The other 2 are retired. And I was lead singer. And we were a teacher band, and we would do all kind of parody songs to oldie songs from the 50s and 60s. And we would do educational parodies. And we would sing. And so kids would come. The reason I bring this up is because kids would come up and ask for my autograph.
Yes. Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, you should go on eBay and see if there's any of your old your old autographs for
Yeah, for
auction.
sale. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
right.
Makes sense.
Here's this is Farm Strong right here.
Armstrong. That's
Farm
right.
Strong.
That's
Right.
right. Hey, I saw some good comments. So Cindy was concerned. She's in. Cindy's in for squats, but she was concerned about the push-ups. There we go. And then
Yeah.
Low Carbist had a great idea, which is do some wall push-ups. You don't have to do toes on your toes. Do some
Right.
wall push-ups. That's a great modification. Great modification.
Right.
Yeah, and you don't have to get all the way down on the floor and all that stuff.
Right. Right.
Yep. Yep. If you
And
have a
then
wall, easy.
and then there are other people that might be in the situation like my cousin. My cousin's been in a wheelchair for years. But man, does he work out. So like, he's buff upper body and he's got it going on. So so obviously he's not going to be doing a squat or a push-up challenge, but he's doing his thing and doing a very good job of taking care of himself, of course.
Well, figure out what whatever it is. I don't know what you do, but like do a challenge with that and just keep us posted on whatever your
Right.
challenge is, right? What are your reps and what are you going for? And then keep us posted.
Yep.
I'd like to hear
Yeah.
about
I'd
that.
love to see Tracy get a channel. Tracy's a computer nerd from way back, and he's helped me along that path too. So yeah, he's just a great guy. Let's see here. What's Carrie have to say? Oh, daughter's an elementary school teacher. I didn't know that.
Yeah, her daughter-in-law. She tells me I remind her of her daughter-in-law.
Oh, wow.
It's a teacher vibe. We kind of
it's a teacher vibe. Yeah.
Teacher vibe. Yeah.
It's eating all those apples.
Maybe not so much anymore.
See you, Cindy.
Oh, bye, Cindy. Okay, watch the replay. Awesome.
Lots of patience, but so rewarding. It's their foundation of their school life. They need to experience an awesome beginning for the rest of their lives. So true.
Yep. And then my role is here they go to middle school after they're with me. So I'm the last year of elementary school. So I got to get them ready for that transition, and so I feel a big responsibility to make sure they're, they can handle it because
right.
They're not ready when they come in.
It matters, and that's the whole point. You need to be growing and progressing as you go through school. Otherwise, if you get socially promoted, that's bad. If you get held back for no reason, that's bad. You got to you're the expert, but you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So I'm glad you take that seriously and you really do care about the kids. That's what really matters.
Oh, 100%. I love my students. They know I have students that come up and hug me. I was telling Carrie, so I apologize if you were watching us live. I have this one student and what he wants to do with me is he wants to make a handshake, but like each day we add a move. Like the handshake is so long now, I can't remember it. He has to remind me what we do. But it's like we do like a fist bump and like a pinky thing, and then we take your hands and we go like this, and then we go like, and then we touch your toes, and we do and we dab, and we, I don't even know how many moves now, but like every day at the end of the day, as we're leaving, he stops me and we do the handshake, and then he adds another, and that's great. It wasn't my idea. He's like, what do you want to do? And I was like, okay, let's do it.
That's one of your students?
One of my students, yeah.
Is ever make him late for class? Is that an excuse, Tardy?
Well, it's the end of the day. In fact, his mom is usually out in the parking lot like, all right, come on, move it along, buddy.
That's awesome. Check this out. I think we're getting the band back together.
Dude, yes, Lindsay. Yes, Ellie, me, you, and Lindsay, we could sing a trio, but I'm not saying I'm good at it. But, you know what I wanted to ask you, Mike? I don't know. So my dad was in a surf band called the Challengers, and I don't know if you've heard of them. It was back in the when surf music was the thing, like before the British invasion and all of that.
Like Jan and Dean and
like the Beach Boys and like all of that. So he played lead guitar. He did I know this is Carnivore Channel, but he did like Frosted Flakes commercials with his band back in the day.
That's cool.
They went to they were on there was a TV show called Hollywood A Go-Go.
Okay.
And they were like the house band for that show, and he played on the Grammys and all this cool stuff. So
wow, that's amazing.
Cool. Super cool. So maybe that's where I get my desire to stand up in front of people and sing. I don't know.
I think so.
He didn't sing.
There's music in your family?
Music, apparently.
Apparently. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
So
in the
it's fun for
genes.
me. It's in the genes, and I have fun doing it. I'm
Yeah.
not. I never took lessons. Like I don't claim to be good at it, but I do enjoy it, and I sing a lot. We sing in my class a lot. So like whatever we're learning, like that, we do a water cycle song because we're learning about water cycle
Oh,
stuff like
that's
that.
cool.
So we
When
do
I,
fun stuff.
so I don't want to brag or anything, but from 5th grade to 8th grade, I was first chair clarinet.
Ooh, ooh, that is
Pretty
some
impressive. I
top
know.
tier stuff right there.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
Okay, Renee. Join us.
Yes,
You don't have to do 100.
Renee,
You don't have to do 100. Just
do as many as you can. Because
what
I learned about the sprint thing is that, I mean, there were days I could barely walk. I still haven't seen from Carrie on that. I am not kidding. Like my quadriceps were so sore. And then for a while, my hip flexors were so sore. I was barely ambulatory. I'm not kidding. And then I'd stretch and I'd power through, you know, and by the second 2 weeks, it was better. But like my quads are still sore right now.
Right.
Like they haven't gotten over it.
So when you talked about that, I was reminded of high school football. The first 2 weeks of the season when you do 2-a-days. So you're doing 2 practices a day and they're brutal. And I remember between practices, and you know, as a 16-year-old who's in prime shape, and I couldn't get off the couch. I'd have to roll off the couch and then use the coffee table to get up because my quads were so sore. And it's just when you brought all that up, it just took me back to that.
I would because my cat's bowl is down and I'd get down there to feed her, you know, and then I'd have to push with my hands. Like I couldn't just stand up. Like I'd have to push with my hands to help out my quadriceps because they couldn't do it on their own.
But, you know, I'm glad that you pushed through it because, I mean, you know, you're still young enough that you can build more muscle like that. When you get old like me, it's harder. I don't know if you ever watched High Intensity Health. It's another Mike who does that channel. He does a lot of studies and things like that. And he really emphasizes muscle for health. And, you know, some recent studies showing that if you're older, 60 plus, it is harder to retain muscle. It's harder to build muscle. It's harder to burn fat. So it's another reason why I want to do this challenge. Because I want to be able to get out of a chair when I'm 75.
Yeah. And I'm going to keep sprinting, but I want to take on a new challenge every 30 days, like whatever it is. Like I'm holding on to sprinting. I'm not giving that up because I'm liking it and I had so many benefits, but now like what's next? Right. And I think maybe Carnivore Dude meant my email because I was saying, hey, email me.
Yeah.
I did see email in the chat there. So
yeah. Oh, did you put it? Okay.
Yeah, I put it in the chat.
Okay.
So,
go ahead.
Yeah, let's practice, Ellie. We'll practice. I don't know what we're gonna sing. We'll find some from the Lion King.
Me. Excuse me. Go ahead.
Anyways, so yeah, I got so much from the challenge that I want to do another one. So I'm happy to do the push-up / squat challenge. Do what I can do. Oh, Tracy wants to know what your goal is.
Let me find that one. Here we go. Mike, what is your goal? To do 100 push-ups every day and to do 100 squats every day during the month of October.
You think you'll get there? But is that doable? You think that's realistic? I don't know.
No, it's not. Here's why. I'm driving to Montana on October 8th and 9th, and I'm driving back on the 15th and 16th. It's going to be hard to get those in those 4 days.
100%.
Other than that, I'm going to do as many push-ups as I can, and I should be fine with the squats, I think.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
I wanted to remind this because Susan and I have talked a lot about this in our interactions in chat. Susan is quite the gifted singer. And, you know, she's hoping that the carnivore diet will help heal where she can get it all the way back. But I bet she's still awesome. So another person for your band.
Yes, Susan, let's do it. Make it a quartet.
Yep.
So, Susan, can you tell me more about what Mike was saying? Like, what issues did you have with your voice? Because what I noticed is I've been talking for a career for 23 years. And my voice, by the end of the day, like my throat hurts, like because I'm not sick. It's not a sore throat like that. It's like from the constant talking, you know, and I've noticed that it's better. Like sometimes it'll still happen, But it was like every day my throat, it was like almost unbearable by the end of the school day, how my throat would feel.
Yeah.
And I noticed that since I've been carnivore, like it's definitely not as severe, which I think is super cool.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't want to speak too much for Susan. I'm just going off of memory of what we've chatted about. But I think she has mentioned that it is getting better.
Good.
But correct me if I'm wrong, Susan, and tell more of your story in the chat. Meanwhile, how do you do? I'm Carnivore Sue.
That's Carnivore Sue. Somebody said Twin Maples. Is that the Carnivore Sue you were referring to earlier?
Oh, hey, cool.
Oh, that's too bad, Susan.
Let's see here.
2 days. My brothers did 2 days. My brothers both played football, and I remember those 2 days. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was pretty brutal, but you know, you had to get into playing shape. Ellie tried the clarinet and thought she was playing it, but that's called a kazoo.
I'm sorry, Ellie. I'm laughing at you. Kazoo, that's a funny story.
That is a funny story. Well, my story is like in 5th grade, going into 5th grade, you go to pick your instrument. Well, I wanted to play drums, of course. I wanted to be unique. I wanted to be unique like everyone else. So when they finally get to the S's, he's like, what do you want to play? I'm like, I want to play drums. He's like, you know, we have enough drum players, Mike. And they gave me the top part of the clarinet. He goes, here, blow into this. And I made it squeak. He goes, that's pretty good. That shows promise. So, whatever. So I got assigned the clarinet apparently.
So my son, the one I told you about, that's like the jack of all trades all of a sudden since he went into high school, so he's in the band as well. And he is a percussionist.
Oh, cool.
And in middle school, I saw somebody they gave me the cymbal. In middle school, he was, he had to do the cymbals, but also some snare drum. And now I thought it was a snare drum, but my husband said it's a tom because it's like a little bit like taller. But yeah, he wears this big harness, you know, and yeah, he's out there. There's no football game tomorrow because it's away, but like next Friday is homecoming. So I sit by the band, so I'm not there to watch the football game, although I still cheer. But I'm like, go band, woo!
Go band. So band. I just moved to Harlan, Iowa in March. Harlan has the state record for the most state championships, state record for the most state runner-ups, state record for the most playoff wins, state record for the most consecutive playoff wins, state record for the most wins in a row. I mean, football is life here, and we have a game tomorrow night, so that's where I'll be.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah. So my brother played football. We lived in a really small town called Julian. Probably if you're not from California, you don't know it. It's a touristy. They do like apples in the fall, you know.
It's in the mountains.
For that. It's in the mountains.
Yeah.
We used to live there, and he played football for Julian High School, and they didn't have enough players to field a normal team, so they played 8-man.
8-man football, yeah.
But for 8-man football, he holds 3 California state records.
Whoa,
I forget what they are, but it was like he was like a running back. I know one of them was the touchdown record.
Okay.
And then 2 other records. I don't remember what they were, but he was like the man. Awesome. And like our little hometown, right? Our little tiny hometown of it wasn't our hometown, but we lived there of like just a few thousand people. He was like the man. Yeah.
Where everybody knows your name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's awesome. Carnivore Cure in Bozeman, Montana.
Hey, Carnivore Cure.
Saw him on the live last night.
I saw you on a live last night. I think I was in there for a little while. You were on last night. We were chatting.
I think that's when you and I worked this whole thing out.
It is Carnivore Cure. So you're a part of this because you guys were all talking on Scotty's live, and then Mike and I were having our own side conversation in the chat.
That's right.
I'm always so worried they're going to pop that up there, and people are going to be like, "What the heck?"
Right. Now, Carnivore Cure has an amazing story. I heard it a few weeks ago. He kind of told it from the beginning. And that dude, if I'm remembering right, is strong.
Yeah.
And but he ran into some real issues with the sad American diet, but he's really making a great recovery. So we're rooting for you, brother.
You're one of the ones I want to talk to because your story seems so interesting. And Carnivore Cure, you and I haven't spoken yet, but I've seen you in several of these. So I'm excited to get to talk to you. So
that's right.
Look me up. Look at my email.
Yes.
Yep.
And my email is my username @gmail.com. So Mike Shoutout TV
same.
@gmail.com.
Yeah. Comedian Wellness @gmail. Mike is his username @gmail.
Let's see here. Renee, I'm picking up on different conversations now. I think I'm a little behind on what they're talking about.
Yeah, this is for those of you just hopping in. This is Mike's first time running the show, so he's learning the comments. He's doing a great job.
I was doing great, but then more people show up, and it's like, oh my goodness.
How many people do we have? I don't get that information.
It says 12.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, nice job.
Awesome.
Allison in the house. Carlsbad, New Mexico. Go Caveman. She played trumpet until she got braces. I can imagine like cutting the inside.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, that would be tricky.
Yeah, right.
So my son's about to get his braces on. I'm very glad I said, no, don't worry about it because he hits things. The guy was like, well, but how is he going to do that? And I'm like, oh, because he hits things. He doesn't use his mouth for band.
Right. Yep. It's Grammar Nazis for the metal band.
For heavy metal band, yes.
Yeah. You guys are going to.
It would be a heavy metal band indeed.
Right. You guys will have to think of one. You could start out doing covers. You know, Judas Priest, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd. Do you guys have a good keyboardist? You need a good keyboardist for Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, no, I don't play any. So my high schools that I went to 2 different high schools, and they were so small, there was no band.
No.
Too small. No choir either.
Right. Well, I quit band in 8th grade. And my band teacher was not happy about it, but I probably would have stayed if I'd have switched to sax and played in the jazz band, but I didn't. So I didn't.
Yeah.
Hey, David.
That's awesome, David. Are you going to join us? Let us know in the chat if you're going to do our challenge, part of it or some of it or modified. Like join us, do some squats, do some push-ups or modify it to your liking. We're not particular. Yeah. We just want to challenge. We just want to be challenged with other people because when I was doing my sprinting, at first I felt like by myself, like I didn't know anybody else was doing it. And then I saw like my friend Carnivore Leo, she's great. She was sprinting and I got so happy. I'm not the only one, And then because I was posting every day, that's why I didn't take a day off because I knew I was going to have to post and I didn't want to post. I didn't sprint today. Like I didn't want to do that video. You know what I mean? So now I'm like, I'm going to get together with some other people. I'm not going to, Okay, thanks, Carnivorous Dude. Awesome. Yes, I'll reply. If you guys are all emailing me, I want to start setting up like live streams on my channel. So please shoot me an email and I'll holler back at you after this. After I go eat my ribeye. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do a ribeye and then I'm going to answer emails.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's really good. I'm doing less on my channel than you're doing on yours, obviously. And that's because I have another channel. Jesus is Coming Soon with Mike Shaw, and I am part of a nonprofit where there's actually 3 podcasts. And so I'm kind of in charge of the editing and posting them. And that's kind of my job. So I've been working on that today but I'm doing this around the edges and the lives are just easy for me because you just show up and move your mouth.
That's right. You just start talking.
I mean,
we didn't plan that. I mean, we knew that we were talking about a challenge, but like we didn't have a script. I'm like, we're going to say something. I don't know what it is, but here we go. 3, 2, 1, live.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Forget about it. How you doing?
Yep.
How you doing? We got to wait. We have a ribeye update.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. 3 ribeyes.
Guys, ribeye. I can't. I like ground beef. Don't get me wrong. I get my ribeyes when they're on sale. So people are like, how do you afford it? I'm like, when they're $6.99 a pound, I buy as many as I can fit in my chest freezer in my garage. And then everybody looks at me and then I go, this is what I eat. And then, sometimes we strike up a conversation, but that's the only thing in my cart at this grocery store. And that's what I did at the last, whatever that last holiday was, Labor Day.
So they don't tackle you on your way to your car for being a hoarder or anything like that?
No, nobody's done that. One lady was kind of sighing because I was in front of the case of ribeyes. And most people
she's looking at her watch.
Yeah. So most people grab 1 or 2 packages and walk away. Nope. I'm like 15 packages, but I'm looking through them because I want the fatty ones. So I'm being particular. Right. And so, yes, she for sure gave me a sigh, like a huff. Yeah. She was like,
that was very passive aggressive of her. Yes.
I didn't even turn around to look. I was like, whatever, I'll be done in a minute. And I did not take all the ribeyes. I left some for others. So.
Okay. This is new for me. Carrie's talking to Ellie, but folk metal?
What
is folk metal?
they're combining. It looks like combining traditional music with metal, but like I've never heard it. So Carrie, you need to email me some suggestions for what to listen to.
So is it like Disturbed sings "Blowing in the Wind"? Is that what it is? Puff the Magic Dragon by Judas Priest? I don't know.
Let us know. Let us know.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Oh, you see, Desanya and I are like, you'll get to it. But yeah, I'm just reading the comments.
Yeah, no, I do the same thing to Carrie. So I'm very forgiving. I don't get offended. I mean,
salmon.
You know.
Okay, this is something I need to just do. Salmon. Because I haven't eaten fish and I just need to get over it. Because I know I need those omega-3s and stuff.
And there's lots of fat in salmon.
Yes.
You want wild caught if you can get it, though. Yes, farmed raised, like everything else. You are what you eat, and their diet on farmed raised is not as good as the wild. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, right.
Dr. Veda. Really interesting. So I will say that I did do about 4 months of other workouts before I went out to sprint. So I had been so Carrie just bought the dumbbells that I suggested. I'm so excited.
I saw she put that earlier. Yes. Did I miss it earlier? Or I put it in there earlier
today, or she sent me like a personal email too. So they're like these nesting dumbbells. So it's like basically it's like you have 2 dumbbells. You don't have infinite dumbbells. They only take up the space of 2 dumbbells, but they nest inside of each other, and you can go from 1 pound all the way up to 25 pounds per hand. And they're square, they're not round. So you can put them on the ground and like use them to get like leverage and do like, like tricep dips or whatever, because you're up off the ground and you use the handles to like hold. So they're very versatile. They take up no space. So I'm excited for Carrie to get those. I think she's going to do like an unboxing, but yeah, I've been using those since way before this. I've had mine for 5 years. They're really easy to change out. You like snap out the little thing, put it in, boom, you got your new weight.
And that's what Carrie wanted, because she said otherwise she probably won't do it.
Yeah, so I suggested those because I've had them forever, and they're really good. So.
Carnivores helping carnivores.
Are they helping us carnivores? Air fryer. So Allison, please, I'm serious because I'm having analysis paralysis. I want an air fryer, but here's the thing: I needed to also replace my toaster oven, because I have a toaster oven on my counter and I don't have room for that and an air fryer. Like, it's too many things. So I know there's like the basket air fryers, but I don't want that, because I want one that can do what my toaster oven can do, but can also do the air fryer. And I don't know which one. I don't know.
I have one.
And then I don't pull the trigger.
I have one. When you move to Iowa and then your church family finds out you're new to Iowa, they give you stuff.
Cool.
So I got one of those, but I don't know what the name brand is. So I can throw it in the mix and give you even more things to consider for more analysis paralysis.
Yeah, well, because you look on Amazon, like, I don't know which one's good. How do I know? Like, it's like
read the fake reviews.
Yeah, read the fake reviews. That's helpful. So I need some of you guys to help me out, because I'm serious. Oh, actually, look at Low Harvest. Okay, Breville Smart Oven Air. All right.
Where are we?
Almost all the way down. I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna like do this right here, because I'm bad with like. Okay, well, maybe I will. So I don't forget the name of it. Since she's so nicely putting it in there right now, I'm gonna go like that. All right, cool. I snapped a photo of that one.
Great.
Now, Smart Oven Air sounds kind of like what I need.
Yeah, it's smart. It uses air. It is an oven, and it's incredible.
And it's incredible. What more do you need?
What more do you need?
Adjectives.
Now, Carrie is going to explain what folk metal is, and it's going to be zero help.
Carrie, I love you, but it's like, I don't know what you're saying. It's like you can be speaking Greek. I mean,
Celtic metal, maybe I could understand that.
All right.
It's like if you have bagpipes, but you have to plug them into an amp.
Yes.
Huh? That would be something. I would pay money for that. Or if you got feedback on your bagpipes. Okay. You'll have to
like bagpipe feedback. Ooh.
You'll have to fill us in further, Carrie. Canned sardines and water. Yep.
Okay.
Eat a can of wheat.
What I'm gonna do. Yep. I bought a can of sardines, and Carrie encouraged me, put some hot sauce on them. So I have my Frank's Red Hot.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna drink the juice, Mike. Guess what I'm gonna do with the juice? I bet you could guess.
Oh, you're going to give them to your cat?
Yeah, I'm going to give the juice to my cat. I am going to
Yeah.
eat those sardines. I'm going to make a video of the face I make, but I am going to take Carrie's suggestion to not look at them and to cover them with hot sauce. But I can't drink the juice. I'm going to give that to Pixel, see if she likes it.
I drink the juice. I like it.
Video. I'm going to do it tomorrow.
Different brands, the water tastes different. So like Chicken of the Sea, I don't like as much.
I can't remember the brand I got. I can run go get them. They're in my cupboard. They've been there for 2 months.
Beach something. It has a lighthouse on it. I really like those.
Maybe that's the ones I have.
Yeah, I really like this. Yeah. Carnivore Help Desk. I don't know if they're talking with someone else or if this is an idea. What a great idea. Carnivore Help Desk. This is Mike. How may I be of assistance?
For a live stream, like call it the Carnivore Help Desk.
The Carnivore Help Desk.
Get on and like all this stuff you guys are helping me with. And low carbist. Let's do a live stream together. Like, are you available tomorrow to live stream us trying sardines? Because I have my can and I'm afraid, and you have your can and you're afraid.
Right.
Let's do it.
Let's be all afraid together. I mean, encourage each other
and cover them with hot sauce, and we can make all the faces we want.
Yeah. Let's link arms and go over the abyss together.
Yes, please.
Yes. Para español primera dos. All right. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Pro Toaster Oven 2. There we go.
Yep.
I didn't read this ahead of time. This could be trouble. Oh, we just did that one.
That's the one we just did because
here's what Allison's. Oh, Allison's has a dehydrator too.
Fermenting.
Yeah, fermenting.
Seriously?
Well, if you leave it in there long enough.
Because what I thought is, if I add anything back, I love kimchi. So I have my grandpa. He was my step grandpa, and he would make jokes. He was hilarious. But anyways, he was Korean because he was my step grandpa.
Nice.
I'm not part Korean. Okay, but
was his name Kimchi?
Yes, his name was Richard Lee, and he was fantastic. And he would make those like flanken ribs, but we called them the Korean ribs, and with kimchi. Yeah. So good. And I'm hearing all these good things about the fermented vegetables that I feel like maybe if I incorporate anything, it would be some kimchi.
So your Dr. Sean Amara dude talks about fermenting vegetables
all the time.
And how those are good for you too. And I have a problem. I go on tears on different subjects on YouTube and I'll do research. And so I was on this 2-week tear on fermenting vegetables. So I have the quarts and I have the lids and now I'm not eating vegetables, but anyway.
I'm not going to do it myself. There's one thing I do myself is my bone broth.
It's easy. It's easy though.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's easy. Also, along the lines of there's probably is a kimchi out there somewhere.
Probably.
Now my brother Rick is in transportation. We're very proud of him. Rick Shaw.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. I was like thinking, if this is a joke, I know, but I don't get it.
It was. Yep.
Did you know the answer to that last question? Because I did.
What was the question? I didn't see it.
It was like, does dehydrating take out any good stuff?
No, it wasn't the right one.
Yeah, there was a question about does it take out any good stuff? And if anybody, Carnivore Cure, yes, Carnivore Cure. I'll talk to you in a minute.
I'm looking. Did I go past it?
Here
it is.
There we go. Yeah.
Does dehydrating remove any of the good stuff?
This is Carnivore Help Desk. Does anyone know that answer? Because I don't. And I didn't want to say that question because you had it up there.
Tracy, my brilliant cousin, I'm going to say no. All you're doing is sucking out the water. And
that's my opinion too.
Right,
but
yeah.
It's an uneducated opinion for sure.
All the nutrients should remain. In fact, one of the problems with dehydrated fruit is because it's the sugar's so concentrated, you can actually get more sugar than you want because it's like candy.
It turns it into candy. Yes.
Right. But when you make your own jerky without putting in all the chemicals and stuff, a lot of people do that.
That I would like to do.
You could end up with a really healthy meal.
Because it seems like all the healthy, like the jerkies like that are so good for you are like really pricey. That's the stuff I can't afford.
So here I am making a joke about electric bagpipes, and they're a thing. And there was feedback.
There was feedback. And what did it sound like? Because I can only imagine the bagpipes already kind of sound like,
Here's how I picture it. You know the Jimi Hendrix version of Star Spangled Banner.
Yes.
And Jimmy was famous for all that feedback. I'm
Yes.
picturing bagpipes doing that.
Yes.
That's where I'm coming from.
That's got to sound like a mess. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it would. But it might be an awesome mess.
Yeah.
Kind
So
of like Disturbed singing
I
the
want to
sounds of
talk
silence.
I want to talk to Carnivore Cure for a minute. I keep hearing about the $6.99 a pound ribeyes. Where on earth is this magical place you speak of?
Right.
So I have a few things to say, but one is I fully admit that I don't eat like grass-fed beef because I've tried it and from like certain places, you know, and I can't afford it and I don't like it as much. The ones that I've gotten from like the places that deliver it to you, I still have some in my freezer and I haven't eaten them. But on another note, I am going to be sharing a half of a cow, or a grass-fed cow from a rancher with my brother and my mom. So I'll have a sixth of a cow and I'll let you know because that price is like $2 and I forget the cents, but on the hoof, $2 and something cents a pound. Now, the $6.99 ribeyes I speak of are not grass-fed, but what happens is my local, and you guys don't have it, in California, it's called Stater Brothers. It's just a regular grocery store, but nobody has it. I think they're only in California. But when there's a holiday, like at 4th of July, they had $6.99 ribeyes for that week on sale. And then again, at the end of Labor Day, they had them for $6.99 on sale. And I'm not kidding. I bought like 15 packs and there's 2 ribeyes in a pack. So I bought 15 of those and just threw them in my freezer. So I still have several of those left. And that's what I'm having tonight for dinner.
This is great. So yeah, we heard about this in the family. Rick was kind of calling all of us. He had this big lawsuit. Apparently it was a mess. Sorry, I'm making another joke. The curb hit in a rickshaw. Yeah. Okay, let's see.
Flipped his passengers out. That's terrible.
Oh my goodness. Be careful out there, kids. Jerky's not necessarily when you get carnivore adapted. It's not necessary, but it can be fun.
But I will tell you that for me, it seems like a snack thing, and I don't snack. Like I don't have the need to snack. I mean, I could see wanting to have some jerky, like if I'm on a long road trip. Like it would be good to bring in case I can't find something else.
Yeah,
so
I'm driving to Montana.
Like driving to Vegas. We Southern Californians drive to Vegas frequently.
That's
so because it's like 4.5 hours or something.
Yeah, it's right there.
So we just, but yeah, like on something like that, you know, I might do a jerky. But on every day when I'm home, why would I do that if I can cook up a steak?
Right.
You know, so I'm with you.
$6.99
for $6.99 ribeye, and I save the bones and I make the bone broth out of them, so I get double duty out of that.
You do, and then you make videos about all of it, and we're all rich.
Not yet. But you're rich with knowledge about how to make bone broth.
Right, exactly. Speaking of rich with knowledge, at the Carnivore Help Desk, Susan E. has been doing some research for us, and she is discovering that dehydrating does indeed leach nutrients into the water evaporation. So
interesting.
So you get nutrients go into the air, causing global warming, probably. That part I don't know. That I may have made that last part up. I'm wondering too how much nutrients get leached, if it's significant or if it's a percentage of a percentage. But there's your answer, Tracy. You will lose some nutrients by dehydrating.
Yeah, and I wonder if it varies by like the food that you're dehydrating.
Yeah,
too. I don't know.
Like if it's peaches, right? That's a lot of peach juice. So you probably would lose more than say a chuck eye. If you're dehydrating strips of chuck eye or salmon. Yeah. I mean, that's what they do. You ever watch Life Below Zero?
I know what it is. I think my husband has watched it and I've kind of listened in as he's watching it. Yeah.
It's great. And then they catch salmon and then they have a they have a room that's full of smoke and they just hang the salmon and dry it out, smoke them. And that keeps them alive through the winter, which is a good thing. Chuck eye $6.99. I think I paid almost $12.
Ooh, for chuck eye.
Last week.
I've been sleeping on that chuck eye steak. I keep hearing it's the poor man's ribeye and give it a try. I haven't done the steak like that. Gotta do
Carnivore Cure, eating cod livers. I eat cod livers. Carrie doesn't like them, but she eats them.
I got to get past the sardines first before I tackle those cod livers.
Right.
That's one thing at a time, man.
And here's a thank God I'm a country boy. My dad on the farm is a kind of laid back. All our calves were grass fed. That's a fact. But always corn finished.
Yeah.
Sorry, I tried.
Yeah.
Not a big deal at all. Only really changes the fat characteristics.
Okay.
That sounds like a benefit.
Ribeye that I bought hardly had any fat, and I was so disappointed.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine they're all maybe like, I don't know. I'm just telling you. And I was like, this doesn't even seem like a ribeye because there wasn't as much fat in there. But I'm hoping because I'm going to order it from the rancher that I can say, do not trim any of that fat. And then I'm hoping it's going to solve my problem.
So ribeye for choice in Bozeman, $16.75. But if you buy the whole roast, cut them yourself, it's $18,750 a pound. Yes. Wait, no, that's not what he meant.
Did you know that in some other countries, like not in the United States, those are switched around. So the comma is a decimal.
Oh, wow.
You know how I know that? Because we get people coming from other countries and then they have to like flip it around when they get here.
Yeah. Can I complain to you about this? In the 70s, my teacher told me we were converting to the metric system.
Oh, lies.
And that we had to learn it. And I was stupid enough to learn it.
Yeah.
And here we are 100 years later.
Yep. Still standard measurement. But I'll tell you, we still got to teach that metric system. I was teaching it today. We're converting meters to kilometers in my class. That's real useful. Yeah. But it's a state standard, so I must teach it, must assess it. Mm-hmm.
Well, the good thing is like if you run the 400 meter dash, that's the same as a 440 yard dash.
Okay, that's
but
good.
The difference is about that far.
Yeah.
Now 100 meters is about 110 yards almost.
Yeah, they're a little bit longer.
It's a little bit longer.
Yeah.
She has 3 cows headed to her freezer next week. Oh my goodness.
If I had more room, I would get the whole half cow myself, but I don't have that much freezer space, so we're just going to share it.
How do you talk them into going in? Okay, sorry.
I think they're not by that point.
Oh, right.
You got nothing more to say.
Right. No more moon. Okay, gotcha. They don't have a choice. So Allison enlightening us even more at the Carnivore Help Desk, vitamin A and C is what is lost. But again, my question is a lot of it, all of it, some of it, a little bit.
Aren't those water soluble, right? So those are like water soluble vitamins. And then maybe that's why they go out with the water. Maybe. Look at me postulating things.
Whoa.
Almost like I'm a teacher.
You should be a teacher.
I should be a teacher.
And I should be.
I don't know if that's true, but that thought came to mind.
I should be a recovering weatherman. Thanks, guys. Chuck guy.
Yeah, I know. She's really into it. I got to go to the store and like look for some.
Chuck guy's great, and it's less expensive.
Yeah, I'm going to go look for some.
I have some in my freezer.
Order it, like my picanha. You better go order yourself a picanha, and I want you to do that, and then tell me. Sirloin cap.
7 cans of sardines, 2 cans of anchovies.
Wow, that's a lot of little fish.
I used to like anchovies. I mean, I do, but I don't know how it would fit into this diet per se. Per se, for men. It's a cologne. So he's been to a salmon processing plant in New England where they smoked salmon. Now, was that on your break? Do you get in trouble for that if you get caught or? Okay, sorry.
So on Saturday, I'm actually going to a pasture-raised egg farm.
You're doing a video, right?
I'm doing a video. Oh, I'm taking my camera. I asked permission. And they're like, yes, come out. I'm like a cell phone, a wing, and a prayer. That's what I run on, but it's cool. And I'm going to go out there and I'm going to take my little phone with me. And I'm going to do interview with the farmers and let's check out their chickens and their eggs and ask them all kinds of questions. Like, I'm excited to see how the whole process works. Cause I do feel like the pasture raised eggs are more healthy, but I'm going to ask them what they know about that and how, how they, do all of that and how it affects the eggs and the quality and all of that. So I'm excited 100%. About that because I definitely have switched. To me, it's worth the money. And I'm going to buy some pasture-raised eggs straight from the farm and not straight from my grocery store shelf.
That's so good. Could you buy some extra and ship them out? Maybe give them away on the next.
Yes, I'll be the new middleman and just, I don't know how that would. Well, it's a science project.
Right.
Make a container that I can drop off a roof and the egg won't break. So I'm going to have my students make the shipping containers and ship them out to you.
Now, at the autumnal equinox, did you have the students balance the eggs?
I didn't, but I heard that's a thing. I know we passed it already. It's too late.
That's too late. You have to wait till the spring equinox.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Now, do you realize that people are like, well, it's the equinox. How come it's not a 12-hour daylight period and a 12-hour nighttime period?
Because we're north of the equator.
Well, there's a couple of things. You have mountain ranges and you have the atmosphere. And so the atmosphere refracts the sunlight. You actually are seeing the sun after it sets because the atmosphere acts as a lens and bends it back down to your eyes. So on the first day of the autumnal equinox, your day is likely to be, your daylight period's actually probably around 12 hours, 5 minutes, or 12 hours, 10 minutes. And it doesn't equal out till later. If the Earth had no atmosphere and no topography, then on the equinoxes, the entire planet would indeed experience equal day and equal night. Equinox meaning equal night in Latin or Greek? Latin. Greek. You look skeptical. Did I explain that?
Because you said topography, and I thought it was topography, and that's where I got stuck.
Yes, topography. That is better. That is better. I like that better. Anyway, sorry. I love that. I came up with that explanation a long time ago, and I just kind of married to it. Nobody really cares.
I thought the curvature of the Earth had something to do with it, and the tilt.
Well, it does. So, but during at the equinox, the sun is directly over the equator. So the entire globe is getting an equal amount of daylight and nighttime. Okay. But if you're not up against the mountain range, your sunrise might be later or that sort of thing. Okay. And the atmosphere bends the rays of the sun. So it refracts the sun's rays, throwing everything off.
Okay. All right. I accept your explanation, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wait, look at this thing talking about using weird units of things.
What's a guinea? I thought that was an animal.
A guinea? Well, yeah, but a guinea is also a amount of money. I did know that, but I don't know how much it's worth.
Shilling is what I thought. Christy does with her shirt.
Yes, I'm shilling my shirts. You froze. Oh, we lost him.
Oh no, I'm here. It's my camera. I'm using Camo for my camera. It's an app that hooks up to your phone.
Yeah.
And I've had this, I need a permanent solution. It times out or whatever. Ta-da!
There he is, and he's back.
And we're back.
Oh yeah, I knew a guinea was money, but I don't know how much. I don't know how much. Is it between a shilling and a pound? She wrote it between the shilling and the pound. I don't know.
That makes sense then.
But back shilling, to US, and then the British decimal.
Shilling, I thought, is what you're doing with the shirt.
I am, yeah, shilling them.
Right.
Yeah,
you should. It's a brilliant shirt. Brilliant. Let's see. Not good with the metric system. Did well in addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. I'm in politics, so I was really good at division.
Yep.
Smoked salmon, pasteurized eggs have more omega-3s.
Omega-3s, which I don't eat fish right now currently, but I'm going to eat those sardines. I hope low carb is, we're going to talk low carb is, but anyways, at least I'm getting my omega-3s that way. I eat a lot of eggs.
So Renee and Susan jinxed each other, I think. They think they wrote at the same time.
Now, what do carnivores do for that? Because it used to be you owe me a Coke if you jinx somebody.
Yep. Or an ice cream cone.
But we don't do that. So what did they do? You owe me a ribeye? You owe me a
jerky,
pasteurized egg.
Smoked salmon, pasteurized egg.
Yeah.
They're all on the table. Yeah. I think you have to count 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then you owe me, and then you name it.
And then you owe me. Right.
Yeah. So then you name it. So those are on the list. That's the short list. Apparently, I did the weatherman thing again. I don't know if people like that or hate it. Thank you, cuz.
I like it because I teach math and science, so I geek out on that stuff.
Yes. See?
I don't know if everybody's like that, but
my science teacher was my favorite teacher because math and science were my favorite and best subjects in school, so I went into broadcasting.
Awesome.
Yep.
Okay, Joel, wait, I want to see that. He's giving me advice and I missed the advice. Go see okay, Joel Salatin with Polyface Farms. He did a study of pasteurized eggs and all the nutrient differences between factory eggs versus pastured. He's on YouTube. Okay, Joel, I'm going to pull a Carrie. If you're still here, I'm pulling a you. I'm writing it down. Salatin. Okay, I'm going to go look that up later. Because maybe I'll get some good questions. I need good questions to ask these people.
Oh, yeah.
I'm there for 2 hours.
How many eggs do your hens lay? That would be a good question.
Oh, that is a good question. I was asking last night for questions. So how many eggs? Okay. Yeah.
7 hens are laying 4 to 7 eggs a day. Right.
4 to 7 eggs a day. Okay. I wish I had that, but I can't take care of chickens.
28 to 49 a day.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Well, I think she means they lay mostly 1 a day. I bet she means she gets 4 to 7 eggs a day. They don't all lay every day. Sometimes they all lay, and sometimes
I'm gonna object to this story problem because it's not clearly written as a story problem. Right.
We got different answers.
I think I'm right. 7. I mean, I always say, of course I'm right. Otherwise, I'd change my mind.
Then you're always right. If you can just change your mind to be right, then you're always
right. Well, okay. That's what other people tell me. A dozen eggs.
Yes, she will. That's for the jinx.
That's for the jinx.
For the jinx. That's what it is.
Okay.
You owe me a like and subscribe. Yes,
that's good.
I should have thought of that myself. Yes, because I need some likes and subscribes. Yes,
everyone should do that anyway.
Do it anyway, even if we're not jinxing each other.
Love you, cuz. I learn every conversation we have.
Yes, because it's the Carnivore Help Desk.
That's the Carnivore Help Desk. May I help you? Hi, this is Mike. You know, I did a call center job before I moved here as part of my sad story, but working in a call center is very interesting. But I was good at it because I'm a people, but it was for DirecTV. So I can still remember how I answered the phone. It's like, hi, this is Mike with DirecTV here in Lubbock, Texas. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with? And then we'd be off from there. The Muppets. It's time to put on makeup. It's time to dress up right. Here we go. A guinea is 21 shillings.
Okay, used to be 30.
Used to be 30. Okay. How did they change?
Okay. It's like tennis scores. Tennis scores are random too. What is that about?
It's 30 shillings love.
Love. It's not 0. It's love. 15,
right.
30. Okay, cool. And then what does it go to? 40 for some reason?
The shilling has 12 pennies.
And the deuce?
Yep. Love,
pennies.
15, 30, 45. 40.
No, I don't think it's 45 because I think 40, they stopped counting by 15. I think it's 40. Deuce if you tie, and then
it's advantage.
Yeah.
Advantage.
And then game, like nobody even.
And then game, you go on to the next game and the set.
Yeah.
How can they just change the shillings from 30 to 21? Did someone just make a decree?
Because they had a meeting and they decided.
They just made a decree.
The deciding people.
Right.
I decreed it. I declared it.
Well, I declare. Sometimes we get eggs from all the girls. So, okay. So maybe one a day. So
I think you got to change your mind so you can be right.
Yep, you were correct. Chicken math.
Yes, chicken math kicks in after 20. Chicken math. I like that.
Yeah. So when you show your work in chicken math, you know what that's called?
Chicken scratch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I've known you long enough.
Yes. Count it in. She's found
your puns, your jokes.
Hi, this is Carnivore's dude with the Carnivore Help Desk. Where can I direct your call? Para español, primera dos. Let's see. Truth is being spoken in the chat. Oh, no. That's sad.
Yeah, I told a chicken story last night, and I'll tell it again because I don't know. But yeah, when I was in high school, I was house sitting for these people. They had a really nice house. I didn't go, it wasn't like to go inside. It was like they had a nice house with like a guest house and a chicken coop with chickens. And I was like supposed to just water their plants and whatever and like feed the chickens, right? I swear every day another chicken was dead, like every day. And this was before cell phones and stuff. I had no contact information for them.
Right.
And their chickens are just dying. And I thought I was next. I thought I was next on the list. Like chicken, Christy, dead. Because I thought they were going to come home and like you kill our chickens and be so mad. But that's not, they said, oh, it happens. Like, and I don't know what to do. I'm 16
Oh, it happens.
With a dead chicken. So I just left them.
I thought you were going to say the call is coming from inside the house.
Yeah. No, but I just left the dead chicken, but nothing was getting them. They were inside their enclosure. Like there's bobcats and coyotes, but it wasn't like that. They weren't like mauled or something.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't know what to do with the chicken, a dead one or a live one, I guess. But yeah, they just said, yeah, it happens. Like we're not surprised.
And you know, folks in the city, when their livestock is mauled, means they took them to the mall.
Yeah. Mauled. MALLED.
Right. Yeah. Puns are my thing. They happen to me. I don't even do it. It just happens to me.
It comes out.
Farm words. If you have livestock, you will have dead livestock.
Dead stock.
Dead stock. Dead stock. Livestock, dead stock. Ellie's out. We're going to be out too.
Later, Ellie. Yeah, we're going to be out too.
We're both leaving here in a second. Yeah. We went overtime.
We went so overtime, but I think, I mean, they're saying we're funny, so I like it.
Hey.
I know low carb coyotes again. Yes, low carbist coyotes again.
Coyotes again. Chasing the neighbor kids and then went after.
Because it was going to be a comedy show. That's what she told me earlier. She goes, oh, I'm going to come to that. It's going to be a comedy show. I'm like, you know it. I said, Mike brings out the funny when I'm with Mike.
I hope we didn't disappoint.
I hope not.
Well, I tell you what, vegetables are good for these days. Throwing at bad comics. So hang on to those tomatoes. Chicken. What combo you picking?
Canes. I've never tried canes.
Me either.
I don't know what they serve. I know it's chicken. We got one in our city recently.
Do they have carnivore safe, or do they is it fried in?
Yeah, that's what I don't know. Yeah. I know they brought some, like my son has tried it because they sometimes like parents will bring food to feed the band kids, like because the band kids just hang out on Fridays until the football game. Then parents take turns bringing food, and they did canes one time, and he said it was good, but like he's not carnivore. I don't know if it was breaded. I don't know.
Most people think, oh, it's peanut oil. That's the best oil. It's like,
right. Well, yeah, no.
Yeah, right.
Right. My other son's allergic to peanuts.
Yeah, that's epidemic.
It is.
When I was growing up, nobody was allergic to peanuts.
Nobody.
Zero
He's
people.
allergic like anaphylaxis, like death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a whole nother show and a whole nother subject and a whole nother.
Yeah, we don't want to crack open that can of worms.
We don't.
You said peanut. That's always.
That's right. Yep. We raised rabbits and ate them.
Yes.
They raised chickens and rabbits and sold them.
So Susan, my son that I've always already talked about, the drummer, he also is in the FFA, and that's how they do their, if you do that program at his high school, that's how they do their science. If you take that. So like he'll do his biology, but like he'll take care of, like they have pigs, goats, sheep. They had rabbits at one point. I don't think they do now, but it's a pretty cool program. He's involved in that.
So apparently chickens will eat the other chickens. Okay.
So maybe the dead chickens I left behind were just food for the other.
So you did fine. It happens.
It happens.
It just, I know. That's what they said.
I was so nervous. I'm like, they're going to like kill me. I killed all their chickens.
That's good. It happens. Thank you, Susan. I still didn't understand the shilling thing, but carnivore.
I don't think Susan does either. I don't think anybody does.
I don't think anybody does.
I don't think whoever even decided it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Well, we're at the end of the internet.
We have found the end of the internet.
It says go out and play.
Yes. Get outside.
All right. So I think we've already gone over what's next for you. You're going to a farm.
Yeah. So on Saturday, I'm going to a farm to interview the pasture-raised chicken farmers, but I'm really excited about Sunday. For those of you that haven't logged off yet, I'm going to be on Anita at Ketogenic Woman. I'm going to be on her channel. Yes. And I've watched her for so long. So I'm like a little bit fangirling because I've watched her for, 7-8 months now, just to get like recipes. And her presence is just so calming. And I just love, I mean, just love her videos. And so I contacted her and she was like, send me a video. And I did. And she was like, I would love to have you on. So this Sunday, what date is Sunday?
It would be the 1st.
October 1st at 4
1st.
p.m. Pacific. Anita and I both reside in the Pacific time zone. She's just in Canada. I'm on the West
Victoria.
Coast of the States. Yes, she's the West Coast of Canada. So 4 p.m. Pacific time on Sunday. Check it out and be live with her. I'm super excited.
Yeah. I'm excited for you. If the football games, if the Seahawks are on, there's no way I'm watching you. But if not, I
can't compete with them. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but they never show the Seahawks here, so if they're on, I'm watching them. But
all right.
Otherwise, I'll try and catch it.
You could watch the replay.
I could.
But I do enjoy when you chat. But I don't keep control of the chat. She will. So therefore, you know.
Yeah, you know, she might skip over me. I wouldn't blame her. And also the 1st is when we are starting our October challenge.
Yes.
As many push-ups as we can a day, up to 100.
Yep.
And 100 squats a day. I think we're both kind of confident we can hit that one.
And you'll catch us. I'll probably do a short, like, here's how I'm doing from time. I'm not going to do a whole video, but then, and I'm sure Mike and I maybe once a week will jump on like this and just report out. People can get on the comments on this video, like I said, and just like type in like, hey, this, whatever, like 100 or whatever you did. I'll do that. I'll get on and just put it in there what I did. Yeah.
Yeah, you and the hubby move out to Iowa. We have more pigs than people, so come on down.
More pigs than people.
Lots of corn to feed them as well. So, all right, I think we're done.
Yeah, we're done. This has been great. I'm glad we did this. I had fun.
Yeah, me too. It was a lot of fun. We'll do it again, and we'll see you all on our respective channels, on your channels too.
Yep.
I don't have a standard out. Do you have a standard out you use?
Yeah, I do.
Let's do yours.
Okay, so it's like we're gonna go meet some wellness, one squat and push-up challenge at a time.